Yo, what is up, my dudes? This is Devin of Garbage Squad, and I gotta. Okay, so as you could probably see from the title or thumbnail, whichever, your boy clapped some harpies with Warrock, and I know this probably ain't that big of a feat, but I think it's very important to celebrate the small victories. So I'm taking this time to celebrate the small victories. So Warrock is a deck that shouldn't, like, to be honest, in today's Yu-Gi-Oh, Warrock shouldn't really be seeing any kind of success. So with that said, yeah, Warrocks, I went up against a Harpie player. Let's just go ahead and get right into the replays. Okay, so we have the first dual replay here. They were using the new Harpie support, Harpie's Pet Dragon Fearsome Fire Blast. Honestly, that's such a weird long name. I mean, there's weirder, but so Harpie's Pet Dragon Fearsome Fire Blast. Monsters cannot target level 6 or lower Harpie monsters for attacks. You can only use each of the following effects of Harpie's Pet Dragon Fearsome Fire Blast once per turn. If you control a level 6 or lower wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send one winged beast monster from your deck to the graveyard. So it's an easy free special summon as long as you control a level 6 or lower wind monster, which, I mean, all Harpies, I believe they're all wind. So yeah, that's just easy special summon for Harpies. And then if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to Foolish Burial a winged beast monster from the deck. So that's also really good. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start. I believe I won the die roll, so I believe I made my opponent go first. Step. Next player's turn. Draw phase. Standby. Okay, so yeah, my opponent summons the Harpie Lady. Then activates the effect of Fearsome Fire Blast to special summon itself. Activate Harpie Oracle. So goes into the Link Spider. My opponent went into the Duels. Elegant Egotist. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just okay. Here, this is where the shenanigans started. So they used Fearsome Fire Blast to go into Skuldred. And then Fearsome Fire Blast effect, since it was sent from the field to the graveyard, my opponent was able to send the Tri-Brigade Nerval from the deck to the grave. So I was like, okay, about to see some Tri-Brigade shenanigans. I was like, all right. I had, at this point, after I saw the Tri-Brigade Nerval getting sent to the grave, I was like, oh man, they got the Tri-Brigade engine going in here. I don't feel good. I don't think I'm gonna win this. That's just my initial thought, but I was like, you know what, let's see what happens. So Nerval effect grabs the Karis effect, gonna ditch a card to special summon itself. And then my opponent banishes 3 cards here to special summon the Cymorg, Bird of Sovereignty. So end phase Harpie Harpist lets them add a level 4 winged beast monster. Okay, so adds the Perfumer. And then it's end phase, so Sovereignty is gonna activate his effect, special summoning the barrier statue of the Stormwinds. And then since they special summoned it under the Skuldred, it's gonna get that, that stat boost to the attack and defense. Alright, so my draw phase, I drew into Warrock Generations, Standby, main phase 1. Okay, so obviously I'm not really able to do a whole lot here. I just knew for sure I had to get the barrier statue off the field. I mean, it's only 1300 attack. It didn't seem like they had a whole lot to defend the barrier statue. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just do the easy thing. Normal summon Forsha, enter battle, attack, effect, a Forsha, add myself Warrock Mountain, and then get rid of the Cymorg with Gameciel. Unfortunately, Gameciel does get the attack boost from the Skuldred, which is kind of unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. It's better. I would prefer my opponent to have a 2500 beat stick rather than having Cymorg, who's gonna constantly special summon monsters for my opponent every end phase. So yeah, I gave him the Gamma Seal. And then I believe I set the generations, activate Warrock Mountain to grab Bashaleos. Here was a little bit of a misplay. I shouldn't have added Bashaleos because when time came to it for me to activate Warrock generations, I was going to actually use it to special summon Bashaleos from my deck. So with Warrock Mountain, I should have grabbed either Meteoragon or Winto. I think those would have been better options. But anyways, yeah, I just... That's all I can do for my turn here. So pass turn, my opponent draws. Oh wait, no, he can't. They can't draw. They can't draw. They activated Duels. So they're gonna go ahead and summon their Harpie Perfumer for the start of their main phase. Harpie Perfumer effect adds the, what is this? Harpie's Feather Rest. Then synchros into the Cyber Slash Harpie Lady with her Harpie Lady and Perfumer, I believe is what happened. Activates the Harpie's Feather Rest. Draws 2 Elegant Egotists. Hysteric Sign. Okay, so a card was activated, so Cyber Slash Harpie Lady was able to activate her effects. She was bouncing my card, I think. Yeah, she bounced my card. Goes for the Elegant Egotist. They enter battle phase, and I'm like, okay, I'm a Warrock Mountain this junk. So I bring back my Forsha, because I also want the search for Forsha. And then my opponent decides to attack with the Gamma Seal, so I activate Warrock Generations, special summoning Bashaleos from my deck. And then, yeah, I special summon it under Skull Dread so I can get that free attack boost. So Skull Dread's effect activates, and then I go ahead and chain Bashaleos. So Bashaleos is now at 3,200. My opponent goes for the Harpie Conductor. So, and then passes turn. So here I just normal summon the Orpus, and then because I have Gyarados now, I'm gonna chain to the Orpus by special summoning the Gyarados from my hand. And then I go into the Verte with Forsha and Gyarados, and I'm pretty sure my opponent was like, okay, I'm about to see, you know, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. But I was like, nah, bro, joke's on you. I'm about to summon the Rainbow Neos. So yeah, I summoned the Rainbow Neos. And then with Rainbow Neos effect, I just ditched the Verte to the graveyard, shuffle all monsters my opponent controls to the hand, or to the deck, I mean. And yeah, Hysteric Sign is not going to stop me from attacking. And I have game here. I have 4,500, 3K, 21. That's over 8,000. And then plus I enter battle phase. I can activate Warrock Mountain, and I'll special summon Skylar, and then just attack for a game. So yeah, this game was mine, and yeah, my opponent could not do anything about it. All right, and then this is the second duel that we played. And so, you know, we played 2 duels, so technically this is a set. So looking at my hand, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this one. I genuinely felt like I was gonna lose at least this game, because I was like, oh man, this is horrible. I have Warrock Generations. Well, honestly, Warrock Generations in hand isn't that bad. I had Warrock Mahmood. I could normal summon him, which was fine. And I had Gamma Seal. I did not want 2 of them, but I mean, having at least one of them in my hand did make me feel a little bit more, I guess it made me feel a little bit more safe. And then I had Warrock Dignity as well, so I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. So my opponent's gonna go ahead and activate Unexpected Die, special summon Harpie Lady, summon the Nerval, go into Harpie Conductor. Nerval's effect in the graveyard adds the Karis effect. He's gonna ditch the Apex Avian to special summon the Karis, and then Karis effect. He's gonna banish all 3 of his monsters in the graveyard to special summon that Cymorg. So my opponent is still going for the Cymorg barrier statue lock. So I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. They summoned the barrier statue, and I was like, all right, that's fine. I have no problem, because again, I have ways to get around it right now already. Looking at my hand. So I have Mahmood, and I also have Gamma Seal. Basically, I still have the same exact way to get around my opponent's board as I did the last round, or the last match. The only difference here was that I was unsure of what this back row was. But luckily, Mahmood is able to destroy it. But again, I mean, if it was something like Mirror Force, I was screwed. I was screwed. So yeah, anyways, I start draw phase. I drew into another Warrock Dignity, which was kind of unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. So I just go for the obvious play. I summon the Mahmood and enter battle phase. Attempt to swing at the barrier statue of the Stormwinds. So my plan going into this was just use Mahmood to attack into the barrier statue. After damage calculation, use Mahmood's effect to pop this back row right here. And then basically the barrier statue would be gone and that one back row would be gone. So I would have a lot less pressure on me. But my opponent is going to go ahead and activate that Harpie's Feather Storm, which honestly was fine with me. So yeah, barrier statue of the Stormwinds gets destroyed by battle, and then I tribute the Cyborg for Gamma Seal. I set Warrock Generations, and then my opponent disconnects, surrenders. So yeah, here, if my opponent had allowed me to destroy their Harpie's Harpie's Feather Duster, the trap card, it would have allowed them to add the Harpie's Feather Duster from their deck to the hand. And then I mean, because all I have here is just Mahmood, and then I would have, yeah, I set Warrock Generations. I would have set Warrock Dignity, and then I would have nothing from there. I'll just pass turn, and then my opponent would have that Harpie's Feather Duster to get rid of my 2 back rows, and then I would just be left with a 2k beat stick, which my opponent could easily run over with Gamma Seal here. So I don't know why my opponent gave up so easily. I definitely feel like they could have actually, like, they could have made a comeback, because again, I don't really have a whole lot. I'm not working with a whole lot here, and Warrock Generations would have been destroyed because of Harpie's Feather Dusters, Harpie's Feather Duster, if they choose to, or if they chose to activate it. But yeah, this was my small little victory with Warrocks, beating Tri Brigade, Cyborg, Barrier Statue, Harpie Lady, yeah, that deck. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And this is Devin of Garbage Squad signing out. Peace.